We went to a couple different sex parties, and so I saw her. I've seen her fuck other men.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
No!
You know what? You know what?
You are ugly as shit.
I feel like I might lose control now. You just watch this shit explode like well. I think I made my dough. Versace, Prada, Gucci robes. I feel like I might lose control now. You just watch this shit explode like well. Why the fuck you always capping, G?
Sneako, Sneako, guy who likes watching his girl get fucked, whatever you want to call him. Now, as you guys have probably seen recently, Sketch got exposed, in like super giant quotation marks, for having a gay OnlyFans, I think 2 years ago? Either way, he's been getting a lot of shit from his audience and a lot of other people on Twitter, some streamers, but surprisingly, most of his friends have stuck with him, which is really nice to see. Anyways, of course, the reason you clicked on this video, Sneako has had a bad take like everything else he's ever opened his mouth about. There's one video in particular I want to look at in this video. I'm also going to have someone else come on and talk about the situation with me. So if you'd like to check out their content, it will be in the description.
The difference in the hypocrisy that I see, why are we letting Sketch like, oh, it's in the past, move on? Dr. Disrespect, like what he did was wrong. 7 years ago, he sends a whisper to this girl, makes a mistake. He obviously like feels bad about it. He apologized. He settled it, but they still call him the worst person of all time.
Am I crazy, or is this like the exact other way around? Why are you defending Dr. Disrespect, who got called out for talking to little fucking
cupcakes?
Oh, and by the way, he defended him day fucking one when this shit came out. But you can't defend a guy who used to do gay porn and now has come to God like you always fucking preach. If that's really what you wanted, then why are you talking about this shit? When half the shit that you preach is go to the gym, get fit, and praise God. Why is it that when someone does exactly that, you continue to shit on them? It's because you don't believe in a single fucking thing that you say. For as many fucking cupcake eaters you defend, someone needs to check your fucking computer, brother.
There's no forgiveness there. When Sketch 2 years ago gets exposed for, he did gay porn, he put it out into the world, porn corrupts people's souls. Everybody forgives him instantly before they even hear his apology video. Why is there a double standard there?
Alright, Sneako, let's play a little game. I like to call it, what's worse? It may be a little difficult for you though, so pause the video if you need. Let's see here. We have A, texting a minor on Twitch Whispers asking to meet up at a TwitchCon. B, being gay. Or C, watching a girl get fucked right in front of you and telling the whole world about it. If you said anything but A, I'm sorry Sneako, but you're wrong. Unfortunately for you, it's a little hard to get people on your side when you're comparing being a pedophile to being a homosexual. It truly isn't that hard to understand. I understand that your point is, it corrupts your soul, or like OnlyFans corrupts your soul. But what's worse, corrupting someone's soul or a little child getting fucking hurt? Genuinely, what I think this guy forgets is that there's actual victims in this fucking situation. This isn't something that you just fucking record and you give, like, probably the worst take that your little fucking mind can conjure up just to get your next 15 minutes of fucking fame on the internet.
Why can't we forgive Dr. Disrespect for fucking up, but Sketch we do?
Sneako, he fucking likes kids.
Isn't it because he's a retard?
But he's a fake retard.
Is it fake?
He's a fake retard.
I'm on the fence on that. I think there's some little.
He said it on Bradley Martin that he's a fake retard.
Oh, he admitted?
Yeah, he admitted it. He said this.
Oh, what a fucking evil guy.
All right, I'm legit not gonna lie to you. I don't think I can mentally handle responding to the last part of this video, so I'm just gonna let BMK fucking do it for me. Take it away, brother.
What I want to sort of like go into about this clip, by the way, that from Sneako on his Rumble stream is he's just an asshole. He literally doesn't have a sort of base of his argument. Like, as I say, the point has probably been mentioned about the whole Dr. Disrespect situation and comparing it to this. You cannot compare being a legitimate pedophile to being gay. Two separate issues. I do want to talk about this Twitter clip like really quickly, and I want to sort of disprove one of the points that he makes in his video if I just run the clip.
The worst person of all time. There's no forgiveness there. When Sketch 2 years ago gets exposed for, he did gay porn, he put it out into the world, porn corrupts people's souls.
Not being funny with the whole corn issue, as we like to call it here. Corn only really comes to people's lives if they allow it. If you just don't want to see that stuff, you just don't look at it. It's kind of simple, really.
Everybody forgives him instantly before they even hear his apology video. Why is there a double standard there? Why?
There's a double standard there because he is literally just a homosexual, bruv. That's the only point. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I just want to put that. Yes, do people have corn problems? Of course they do. I'm not saying that at all. But what I will say is I don't know what his argument is about him putting out him being gay and it having to do with his previous, like, run-in with OF. I don't understand what the issue is. The whole issue isn't about him being gay. The issue is that it got exposed and where it did not need to. As I said in a video that I made about this topic, Sketch was dragged out the closet. He didn't open the door himself.
Why can't we forgive Dr. Disrespect for fucking up, but Sketch?
Because two situations are completely different, my guy. The two very different scenarios that happened. One was messaging a minor using the Twitch Whisper app, and the other one was just being gay.
Isn't it because he's a retard?
But he's a fake retard.
Is it fake?
He's a fake retard.
I'm on the fence on that. I think there's some little.
He said it on Bradley Martin that he's a fake retard.
Oh.
Okay, right. Now this is the part I take issue with. On the Bradley podcast that Sketch went on, I watched the podcast, right, and I tried to find any sort of like evidence to back their claim about this. Now, when I do videos like this, I like to research stuff, and I'm very thorough with it. If anyone in the comment section is going to disagree with this, please honestly point to the examples, and I will hold my hands up every day. But I just want to show this example that they might be talking about, which is the only clip I could find. Does Sketch have a condition in this video? Let's just have a gander at it.
You know, the hand movements and motions and stuff like that, that's like just me getting energy out type. Like, I mean, there's cameras on you. Like, I'm not used to the.
Well, what did you call it earlier? You said you have a tick?
Well, like, I used to, like, my good friends and family, like, no, I do stuff with my fingers when I get excited.
So what he's probably referring to is what I evidently have on when I make content. I have it's not Tourette's, but it's more like a nervous tick. Like, you might randomly notice someone just sort of do this, or like shudder and sort of flicker their head, or it could be as he brings up his hands. In no part of this clip, which I will carry on playing, is that he ever alludes to having any disability or any, like, some sort of condition. Like, he might call this a condition where he ticks, but he has already said that, like, he doesn't have Tourette's. It's just a thing that he does. And what Sneako and his friend is trying to basically allude to the idea is that he faked being disabled, which I don't believe is ever true. I have tried looking at clips and finding examples of this, but I can't.
So, like, it's like, unless when I'm alone, like, I'll be ripping it. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So, like, it's like not like Tourette's or anything. Like, it's literally just like, you know, when I get excited or whatever, like, my hands are like touch the back of my head type. But like,
so it's just like a general, like, sort of anxiousness.
Oh yeah, like, I'm very anxious generally. Like, I'm anxious right now, but it's like chill. You know what I mean? Like,
you can even tell by his body language that he's like, he seems kind of relaxed, but he's almost like hunched over. Like, he's sort of like, this is what, like, a trait that anxious people tend to do. I'm not an analysis on people's, like, behavior, but this is quite a common sign to seeing in people that are very nervous in being in front of a camera. Considering the sort of big creative he is, a lot of people don't realize how big of a creator that Sketch actually is. Once you learn about everything that he does as a creator, he's been very, very successful at what he's done. Again, no point in this clip, that the only whole hour and 18-minute podcast, I can find any example of him saying that he is disabled or he faked being one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when the cameras come on, like, it's like,
it's almost like a superpower for you, though.
Well, to me, the funny thing is, like, you know, this is like a completely different environment than what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, when you're at home and you're just looking at the camera, and it's like almost like a different reality for me. I don't know. Like, you get into, like, I don't know, like a spot, and then, like, I don't know, like, it's like the hand, like, it creates like a flow state almost, where, like, you know, like, you can just start ripping stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting though.
That's why, like, when like I talk different versus the stream or whatever. The stream, like, if people are right about that, like Trump impersonation or whatever, but it's like
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, again, no evidence or alluding to anything. He's basically saying in this is that he has a streamer voice versus as like how he would speak probably normally off camera. This is like every streamer or content creator will do this. They will speak. Not every single creator will do this, but the majority of creators sort of have they exaggerate their personality for the screen for entertainment purposes.
But it's like you can catch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can.
Like, how do you know what's gonna hit? Like, how do you know what people are gonna like?
I have no clue. And so
You just wing it.
well, like even like the Jinxie podcast, like Sid's birth, I cringed in my soul when I did it. And on there, I was like, I don't know if you're gonna like that. And then it ended up being like a edit or something.
Yeah, it went crazy.
It's crazy how the internet decides what they like or.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a thing. The first thing I saw of you, and because Steve sent it to me, was you talking about
Exactly, and that's basically the only part of this stream I can ever find of him being like this. Even in the other sections, there's another section that he talks about like people put labels on it, and he never once put a label on anything that he's done.
What is it? Is it so? Have you been like? Do you have a condition?
No, I don't have any condition. No, like I'm just like.
Just kind of.
Yeah, so when people throw labels and names out there, it's kind of just like going, you know, I didn't put a label on it. I'm just having fun with it, and like, you know, the hand movements and motions and stuff like that. That's like just me getting energy out type.
Exactly. This clip or this example that Sneako was trying to allude to with Sketch isn't concrete enough to say that he faked being disabled. There's nothing in it. He literally is just saying like, I just get excited and I just do things. Like, it's there's not really a lot to go on. This brings on my point of like what Sneako is as a creator. Sneako is a man that thrives from controversy and just literally saying the opposite thing to what everyone else is saying. It's almost like he's very hateful of what people like, and that's what makes him famous, is because if he says something that people disagree with, that makes him popular. You can look at the example with Moist Critical, where he like went off about Moist, and it did well for him because it got his name out there. So obviously Charlie owned him, but that's a whole different topic for a different day. To give like a short summary of things, Sketch hasn't done anything wrong. Why Sneako is trying to prove the fact that Sketch being gay and used to do OF content was a negative thing, which I think Sketch kind of realizes it was a negative thing, because guess what? He don't do that no more. But for some reason, Sneako likes to bring up that as the main base of his point, was that he did something that corrupts people's minds. Well, not everyone, you could argue nobody knew that Sketch did this. You can argue that not a lot of people knew that Sketch did OF. So the base of his argument is kind of invalid, because he wasn't a big OF creator. He became big as a streamer. But as I say, if people think differently in the comments, please leave any sort of evidence or suggestion that gives full proof of like what Sneako claims in his Twitter clip that was taken.
So yeah, that was BMK. Big thanks again for being on this video. I guess in conclusion, Sketch really didn't do anything wrong. I mean, at least compared to Dr. Disrespect, there's really no point on hating on the guy. He's gone through enough already. If you've watched his apology video, you could tell that he was gonna check out. Like, it was bad. I'm really happy that he's still here and that he has a lot of good friends. But yeah, make sure to like and comment something, maybe something that you want me to react to or play in the future. But yeah, that'll do it. In conclusion, don't be a cuck. Horrific.
Yeah, I'm bad to the bone. I ain't sure what you've been told. Yeah, I'm mad, you a clone.